Welcome back, friends. So we had a very good day as far as the Indian markets are concerned. I did mention just before the markets were opening that immediately, although the Nifty was showing 70 points plus at the pre-open session, there would be a sudden fall that may take place in the first half an hour. That's exactly what we saw, followed by recovery in the next half an hour. The exact precise timings we were giving in our premium plus yesterday itself. So they had all this knowledge much before. In any event, to take things further, I also mentioned that there would be a rise between 1 and 220. These were the exact timings I gave in my budget group and also in the premium groups. And we saw a good rally, almost 95 points over there. In the morning session, between 9:15 and 9:45, we saw 75 points fall. And between 9:45 and 10:15, we saw 75 points up. It turned out to be a zero-sum game there, but those who understood this variation and those of my subscribers who followed me very closely, they were able to make good money there. In other news, cryptocurrency has hit 2 trillion market cap for the first time since April of 2022. So that's quite a landmark. Now, there is other news that is coming out. Two countries are slipping into a recession. There has been a talk whether there could be a global recession in 2024. Investors at this point of time are assessing the UK growth figures for the fourth quarter and are monitoring the flow of corporate earnings. The United Kingdom economy has contracted by 0.8% in the final quarter of 2023. Putting the country into a technical recession after the third quarter figures showed that the growth was being revised down to minus 0.1%. That's not very good news for the United Kingdom. And there is a question about Rishi Sunak and his economic policies. Of course, a very efficient person, but Sunamonix is a question that whether that's delivering the goods at this point of time. Going further, Japan has lost its spot as the world's third largest economy to Germany, as the Asian giant has unexpectedly slipped into a recession. Once the second largest economy in the world, now the third and now the fourth, Japan reported 2 consecutive quarters of contraction on Thursday, falling 0.4% on an annualized basis in the fourth quarter of 2023 after a revised 3.3% contraction in the third quarter. Now, if you compare these figures with that of the United Kingdom, you will see similar things are happening. Fourth quarter, there is a decline. And then in both the cases, in the United Kingdom and also in Japan's case, there is a revision of a contraction in the third quarter, which means that all this high interest rate regime that has been going on, now the effects are starting to be felt. Two countries have already started feeling, and if my analysis is correct, more are about to follow. The fourth quarter GDP of Japan has sharply missed forecasts for a 1.4% growth. And as I said, now it's showing a fall of 0.4% on an annualized basis in the fourth quarter. Recession, as you know, is broadly defined as 2 consecutive quarters of contraction. On a quarter-to-quarter basis, GDP slipped 0.1% compared with a 0.3% rise that was expected. For the whole of 2023, Japan's nominal gross domestic product grew 5.7% over 2023 to come in at 591.48 trillion yen, or $4.2 trillion based on the average exchange rate in 2023. Germany, on the other hand, saw its nominal GDP grow 6.3% to reach 4.12 trillion euros, or $4.46 trillion based on last year's average exchange rate. Now, nominal GDP, by definition, measures the value of output in current dollars without adjusting for inflation. Okay, in response to, and then you have the real GDP is one which adjusts for the inflation. So if the nominal GDP grows and the real GDP is net. In response to latest GDP release, The benchmark Nikkei 225 has climbed another 0.6%, 6 percentage. So that Nikkei seems to be on a good bull run and briefly surpassed the 38,000 mark as investors saw the weak economic reading as a sign that a Bank of Japan could delay its exit from the country's long-standing negative interest rate policy. That's good for the country. Okay, so therefore we see two countries, United Kingdom and Japan now slipping into a technical recession. More are about to follow suit. As more come in the path of economic recession, you will see the effects come in on global stock markets. Going to happen sooner rather than later. For the Indian stock markets, please do join our Premium or Premium Plus. For the US markets, please do join Prime or Prime Plus and get a proper analysis as to when this can happen, when more countries can be expected, when the big fall which I am expecting in the world financial markets can happen. You can WhatsApp us on 982-086-1044 and be a beneficiary of all our scientific advice. Happy investing. Take care. Bye-bye.